If you like a little adventure, how does a flight in an aircraft with no engine sound?
Sam Argier was up for the challenge and joins us right now with more on this sailplane flight. Pretty incredible, huh?
Sounds a little scary, too, no engine. But I'll tell you what, being a weather forecaster, I rely on the weather to keep the paychecks rolling in. But when you're up about 1,000 feet above the ground in a sailplane with no engine, you truly rely on the weather. Tonight we're going cruising California down to Warner Springs. It's just up Highway 74 from the Coachella Valley, where I found out that a sailplane ride can be as relaxing or as extreme as you want it to be. This is the closest you'll get to soaring like an eagle, floating thousands of feet above the ground in an aircraft with no engine. This is the sport of soaring.
Why do we fly sailplanes? Because we love it.
Brett Willett is a true aviator. He is the president of Sky Sailing in Warner Springs, one of the nation's top soaring centers. Since the age of 14, he has been gliding through the skies over California.
For me, it's very relaxing. For me, I'm far more comfortable being in the air than on the ground in a car. Our first control is the stick.
From the stick to the rudders, controls on a sailplane are similar to that of any powered aircraft. The only difference, of course, no motor. That's where a little help is needed to get the plane up in the air.
We have a tow aircraft with a 200-foot rope, and they pull you into the air. When you get to the altitude that you want, you release from the tow plane, you turn right, the tow plane turns left, and now you're soaring. You're on your own.
All right, we're just a few minutes away from going up in the air in the sailplane. Now, the first step, of course, is to put on a pair of aviator sunglasses. I've got those going for me. But the second part is actually flying this. Now, of course, I have a veteran here, Brett, that's going to go up with me. But, Brett, you were telling me I'm actually going to fly this up there?
That's right. You're going to do the flying. I'm just going to go along and sleep.
Of course, Brett was joking. At least I hope. Strapped in and ready to go, we're ready to take flight. The tow plane gets us up into the air. Once we're about 4,000 feet off the ground, I pull the release knob, and we are flying high.
Come fly with me, let's fly away.
From high above North San Diego County, the views are amazing. You can see all the way from the Salton Sea to Mount San Jacinto, and even the ocean on a clear day. With only the sound of wind blowing around the aircraft, the lack of noise offers a sense of serenity.
You're relaxed. You get to enjoy what you're doing. It's very, very stressful.
Up in the air, you truly rely on the weather to keep you soaring.
We utilize the meteorology, and that's what makes us stay aloft.
Pilots look for what are called thermals, columns of rising air that give the aircraft the boost it needs. Another type of lift is called ridge lift. This occurs when winds approach the mountains and are forced up over it. This creates a cushion of air that a pilot can ride for miles.
You challenge yourself to stay up. You challenge yourself to fly distances. It's a challenge to make you a better pilot and a better person.
That challenge is the sports side of soaring. As for our flight, after 20 minutes in the air, we came in for a nice smooth landing. So we just got back on the ground for my first sailplane flight. All around pretty calm, a couple twists, couple turns, but overall nice and relaxing. Well, that's all about to change though now with our second run. I'm actually strapping on a parachute because the aerobatics we're going to do up in the air, well, the law requires you to wear one. That was the most intense ride I've ever been on. That was incredible. Is my face white? Is it white? If my face wasn't white, my knuckles certainly were. Yes, and you can take a ride on a sailplane as well. Log on to skysailing.com for more information, or you can give them a call at 760-782-0404. They're both 1- and 2-passenger flights, guys, and about $100 to $200 will set you back for one of the flights.
Are you glad you did it?
I had a great time.
Good.
Stomach is still settling, but I'm all right.
He's glad he made it through the weekend, actually. He returned here on Monday. We were concerned that weekend.
No, scary. No engine.
Turned out okay.
Yeah.